Welcome along to Tuam Stadium. It's intermediate football final day, and what an occasion we have. Welcome on in, everybody, wherever you're watching. It's live stream coverage of Dunmore MacHales against Kilconly in an eagerly anticipated Galway intermediate football final. Perfect timing as we watch the referee Kieran Quinn from the Father Griffin's Era Oak Club in the middle of the field conduct the toss of the coin with both the Dunmore MacHales and Kilconly captains. Matthew Reddington wearing his white training top on the left for Dunmore MacHales. That will be discarded pretty soon, and we'll see his usual green outfit, and Conor Marsden for Kilconly. What a match and what a crowd. It's absolutely packed in the stands here in Tuam Stadium for what is effectively a derby contest between two parishes separated only by a strip in the middle called Milltown. So what better commentary team than to have two neutral heads from Milltown on duty. My name is Ollie Turner, and I'm delighted to have Diarmuid Blake with us as well, the former Galway and Milltown midfielder, who, like everybody else, Diarmuid, is really looking forward to this game.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. These two teams were in the group stages of the intermediate, and Dunmore came out on top. But I think it's going to be a different scenario today. Kilconly look very fit, they look very organised out there, and Kilconly have pedigree. They've played senior football. A lot of these guys have played senior football, which Dunmore haven't. They'll probably have the more experience. So this could go either way, and it's hard to know who to shout for or not shout for as a Milltown man.
And yet, all of the talk coming into this is that Dunmore are firm favourites. Should we not be talking about this game as a real 50-50?
Yeah, I think so, but and it'll depend on the start. I think for Kilconly will be hoping to stay in this game until the last 10 minutes and hope, there might be, consensus out there that if you stick with Dunmore near the end, you might have a chance. So I think Dunmore will try to come out of the blocks quickly and get ahead like they did down in Milltown in the group stages. So, I see there that Dunmore are bringing in a few players, and they have Thomas Gleeson back. So he's a big player for Dunmore. So that's going to change the dynamic of Conor Gleeson's kickouts and all that. So,
well, without further ado, let's have a look at both lineups, and we're going to start with a look at that Kilconly team. And was there a better atmosphere anywhere in Galway Club Championship action this year than Kilconly's incredible victory over Glenamaddy in the quarter-finals, where 2 men down with 2 minutes to go, they somehow clawed out the couple of scores that took the game to extra time, and the rest is history as Kilconly went on to be victorious. Tommy Mannion has been in brilliant form in goals and arguably could well be playing his way onto the intermediate team of the year. JP Byrne had a fine outing at fullback against the Aran Islands when Kilconly came from behind to win that semi-final. A strong half-back line including Owen Daly and Barry Concannon flanking Conor O'Neill. But at midfield, County star Niall Daly will be looking for plenty of help from the brilliant Daniel Concannon. If they get a stranglehold in that sector, it could be pivotal. But up front, it's where Kilconly have all the aces. The free-scoring David Prendergast and Paul Mannion have been shooting the lights out this season. If they do damage today, the cup could well be Kilconly's. Looking at Dunmore MacHales, who were on most people's shortlist to win the Intermediate Championship from the very outset. They've got county goalkeeper Conor Gleeson between the sticks. Declan Radigan, very impressive in their semi-final victory over Currafin. He's flanked by Colin Lyons and also on the other side, Danny Ford. Of course, Conor Mitchell will be at centre-back wearing number 9. But at midfield, the aforementioned Thomas Gleeson and Martin Cleary, who for most people has been Dunmore's most consistent performer in this year's championship. They will have a big bearing on this game. Like Kilconly though, Dunmore have some big hitters up front. And what a full forward line that is. Shane McGrath, Pádraig Costello and Jake Slattery. On their day, young McGrath and Slattery could well be match winners. But Dunmore will be looking to their captain, Matthew Reddington, at centre forward as perhaps being the difference between these two teams. Our match referee in the centre of the field is Kieran Quinn. Big day for him out as well. But Dermot, the conditions are the biggest talking point here. It's just a pity that so many of these big games at this time of year seem to be decided in conditions that are almost like turning this game into a lottery. There is a big wind blowing down the field.
Yeah, and it's a tough one for the likes of Kilconly. What do they do? Do they sit back and play against the breeze and try and stay the game, or do they take it to Dunmore? I see there Martin Newell is named at full forward for Kilconly. I'd be very surprised if he stays there. I think he's going to play as a sweeper and drop back in front of the formidable forward line that Dunmore have. So it's going to be very tight back there.
Of course, both teams have changed jerseys because of the clash between the green of Dunmore and the green and red of Kilconly. So we will have Dunmore in blue and white and Kilconly in the All Blacks. All round of Ian before the start of the intermediate final. The roars go up. It's as traditional as anything in Irish life. The last strains of Our Own Naveen drowned out by shouts of "Come on Kilconly, come on Dunmore," and all is in readiness. Dunmore MacHales in their change strip of black jerseys, black shorts with a green trim. Kilconly with the white jerseys and the blue shorts. If they needed a set of jerseys, they wouldn't have to go too far if they're the colours of Carlastrand, their other neighbouring parish. But this is going to be some game. Already we could see down to our left-hand side, Dunmore are pushing right in, and the game is underway, the intermediate final. And early on, it's Dunmore MacHales who win the throw-in. Ball taken and touchdown in the centre of the field as Martin Cleary tries to drive forward and get possession into the inside line. All pushing forward is Dunmore MacHales. Is that a little tip on the ground? It is. Kilconly man was going down on it. Boot went in. free out. Good work by Niall Mullen, but a real intent from Dunmore at the start, and the pressure will be on. They've got the advantage of the elements.
Yeah, they really need to start well now with this breeze. Kilconly, I would presume, will sit guys back and try and keep the score down and stay in this game till the second half.
Kilconly will be slowing it down and playing keep ball. As in this instance, Barry Concannon will try and punt this ball forward. Really difficult conditions though. Ball well won over there by Sean Murray, but he passes the ball off to Dylan Brady, who drops it, and now Kilconly on the counter-attack. Every mistake will be punished. Kilconly driving forward. That one is going to tail out to the left-hand side and isn't even going to go wide. Will be kept in play by Conor Gleeson. Really difficult conditions. Gleeson with the blue jersey to distinguish himself from his outfield teammates. Dunmore with Declan Rattigan, strong running fullback, drives up the field and gives it off in turn to Danny Ford into the centre. Good work. Dunmore MacHales busy with Shane McGrath. He's fouled. Referee says that will be a free. McGrath operating out around the middle of the field, and with this strong wind advantage, one wonders, are Dunmore missing a trick by not having McGrath closer to goal?
Yeah, I think he seems to be playing out around the middle, so it's hard to know what position, how Dunmore are playing. I think, was it Reddington starting midfield with Shane McGrath for the throw-in, but we'll see when it settles down where they'll end up.
Well, Shane McGrath always out for the throw-in and won it as well, but Dunmore now, can they get the first score of this county final? Nice ball to the inside line, lovely little play by Costello. Back it goes, shot coming from distance, should be the opening score, and is. Brilliant point, up and over the bar. Dunmore MacHales off the mark, but with such a strong wind, they'll be anxious to get as many points on the board as they possibly can. And that ball kicked over the bar. Brendan Carr landing the first score of this intermediate final. And John Carr, who had a great championship with Dunmore MacHales last year, until, I suppose, for all of Dunmore, that forgettable second half against Letchermore. And that's been their motivation, hasn't it, Jim, all year?
Yeah, it has. And I'm sure there's a lot of pressure as well with the guys after being thereabouts for a few years now. So that'll settle them down. A nice score there by Brendan Kerr. But they need a few more because they have a young team and they probably just need to settle into this game.
Great catch by Colin Lyons. He took the mark. And Dunmore are building up a head of steam here in the early stages of this intermediate football championship, playing it very tight out on the middle of the field. But Martin Cleary is really getting a new lease of life this year for Dunmore MacHales at midfield. Lovely ball kicked down to Costello. Can't grab it though, through his hands, and it's easily won by the Kilconly fullback JP Byrne, who's no mean player either. He's been put under pressure. Dunmore really scrambling hard. Was that touched on the ground? It was. Again, good pressure by Dunmore, and I suppose the sign of any good team, Jeremy, you're only as good as the work rate of your full forward line, and Dunmore showed it there.
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunate there for Kilconly for a free to be awarded on a wet day. It was a bit, tough on the back coming out of the ball. I don't know who it was, but yeah, Dunmore went long there with the ball into Pádraig Costello, who's a brilliant player. But you'd wonder, are you better off to go through the hands on a wet day? A long balls like that, a ball spill, but they put high pressure on and turned over the ball. So great work by them.
Ball kicked up and over the bar, no problems. Pádraig Costello, left or right. What a talent he is. And that's 2 points on the board for Dunmore, and they'll be very happy with their start.
They will, yeah. And we'll just interesting to see now kick-out strategies. Both goalkeepers like to go long with their kick-outs. So there's been kind of changes with the Dunmore midfield. Now this one has gone short out to the corner, but I think Tommy Mannion usually likes to go.
It's a really
wide.
high hand pass, but it's worked out okay for Owen Daly, who took that hand pass and won a free. Tommy Mannion got great distance on the previous kick-out. So they do have that long ball option, even if it is into the elements. Conley will be pretty happy to just play keep ball and let Dunmore work hard. Coming up along the sideline, great work on the right hand touchline, and again a hefty shoulder. Dunmore really pumped up for this one, and none more so than Sean Murray, a little bit too pumped up. Referee just having a little word just to calm things down there, but again, Dunmore right up for this one.
Absolutely. Paul Mannion went down along the sideline. He's a big, strong guy, playing unbelievably well. But Dunmore did very well to turn him over.
Nice intricate play from Dunmore from that short sideline ball, and Martin Cleary manages to open things up and finds Luke Murray driving forward. Lovely ball again into Costello. Can he grab it at this time of asking? He can't, but he does enough. I mean, it's hard to be critical, Jim. The conditions are shocking.
Yeah, it's a very tough ball for a forward to win like that, long ball, with the way that it's just missing all the time. But they're through here again, Dunmore.
McGrath does well. Out it goes. That's a poor effort, though, out to the right-hand side. Good chance for Dunmore, but that one was snatched at by Jake Slattery. And Dunmore can't really afford wides like that.
Yeah, Kilconly are dropping a lot of men back. They're keeping it nice and tight. No, they're coming out the field for the kick-out, but I think they had 14 men inside their 45 at that stage. So that's the kind of game plan they're going to play in the first half.
Kick out again from Mannion. Got a great boot on him. Out toward the middle of the field. Let's see where this breaks. Is that a pullback? It should be. No, referee says it was a dive. Dunmore not happy. But in fairness to Kieran Quinn, he was right there and wasn't happy to give the free. So Kilconly drive forward with Mannion soloing into the heart of the Dunmore defence. No foul, says the referee. He's happy to let things go here, which might be good for the spectators. And by golly, are there plenty of spectators here in Tuam Stadium for this intermediate football final. A huge crowd as Kilconly drive forward. Chance of a shot dropping in around the house. Real opportunity. Flicked out to the left-hand side and wide. And just for a moment, time stood still as that effort from Barry Concannon dropped short. And what a chance in there for David Prendergast. If he had realised it, he had time to just try and claw that one out of the sky, but missed it.
Yeah, Barry Concannon was going for a shot and it just dropped short. But David Prendergast, a guy that was on form, if he just got one touch, that was in the back of the net.
Wonderful work here. A chance now for Jake Slattery off the right. This should be a score, but he again has fluffed his lines, and that one is out to the right-hand side and wide. Great chance, a massive kick out from Gleeson all the way down inside the Kilconly 45.
Yeah, that's probably the danger for Kilconly. When they carry the ball forward, they leave themselves exposed at the back, and the more long ball in, and probably Jake Slattery will be disappointed with that because it was 2-on-2 and there probably should have got a score.
Maybe even taking it on. That's a couple of bad wides for Dunmore in the last 2 minutes, and all of that just stalls their momentum. They've got the only 2 points on the board, 2-0 to Dunmore, but that's not nearly enough. And I suppose looking at the kind of scoring rate that you'd want, this is probably a 7-8 points win, but Kilconly are just the happier of the two with the way the last 5 minutes have gone. Dunmore leading by 2 points to no score, but wonderful work by Matthew Reddington. Down the left-hand touchline. Brilliant work, basketball from Reddington, pushed to the ground and a free for Dunmore. Inspirational work from the Dunmore captain, and he gets on with it quickly because he sees Danny Ford in plenty of space. Opportunity again for Dunmore. Nice little flick ball back inside. Danny Ford take it to the ground, free in. And Dunmore MacHales have engineered another opportunity, but that was made and manufactured in Knockatee by Reddington.
Yeah, brilliant by Reddington there, but it's just interesting. He tried to hop the ball 3 times and the ball wouldn't come up. It just shows that the ground is wet and the ball won't bounce really in that surface. But unfortunate there, Daniel Concannon, he just left the leg in and gave an easy free to Kilconly or to Dunmore.
Costello is going to take it. Porrick has kicked one off the left. This is going to be off the right, outside the D. Porrick Costello looking to try and guide this one over the bar. And he's out to the right-hand side and wide. Is it going to be another horror day at the office for Dunmore MacHales with the free taking? Because they saw this 12 months ago, how it cost them a county final.
Yeah, and I suppose that would probably play in Porrick's head, and he's taking that free. He'd be just hoping for the next one that it's in closer to goal, but probably should have nailed that one. But interesting, Kilconly are going to Niall Daly with the kickouts, and I think Dunmore know this, so we'll see will they change it up.
Pretty congested centre third between the Dunmore 65 and the Kilconly 45, where all these kickouts are going to be landing. There's something up to 12 players, but that's a brilliant catch in the centre field by Prendergast. David gets on with it, flicks it inside. Lovely touch by Conor Marsden. Took him a couple of opportunities to get the ball in the hand, but did well. Now driving forward, Kilconly again, but such pressure from Dunmore MacHales. Shane McGrath in that instance, turning the ball over from Barry Concannon. And great work from Dunmore. They just need an end product to all of this great work. And they've had a couple of bad misses. McGrath's going through. This is something else. Shane McGrath, hand pass inside. Opportunity, brilliant block. Was it a foot block? No. Great defending. Slid in there, the ball then pushing the back. And it'll be a free out for Kilconly. What a wonderful piece of defending. Flung his body in there just to make a last-ditch tackle.
Yeah, a brilliant play by Shane McGrath. What athleticism! He dispossessed the ball out around the middle and went on, got the return pass and went straight in for goal. Dunmore were very unlucky not to get a score there.
Yeah, the eventual shot from Jake Slattery was smothered, and one wonders whether or not sallying through was a better bet for Shane McGrath to have his own shot or maybe tap it over the bar. But Dunmore haven't added to their 2 points, and that will be of big concern. The stopwatch is ticking on, and it might be close to 10 minutes, but only 2 points to show for their efforts. Reddington driving forward now. Dunmore badly need a score. Reddington passes up the opportunity. They're going for goal here, Dunmore. And why Reddington or Dunmore MacHales don't tap these chances over the bar? They could rue all these misses.
Yeah, I think the doubts are coming into Dunmore. They're trying to make sure their scores when they just need to tap the ball, keep the score and ticking over. Matthew Reddington, absolutely brilliant play. It all opened up from. I think he should have just tapped that ball over the bar back himself. He just tried to work at that one extra pass and went out wide. But disappointed from Dunmore, and you can see the confidence slightly draining from them and the confidence boosting from Kilconly.
The psychology of this match is incredible. There's no doubt Dunmore have been completely dominating in this opening quarter, but 2 points seems a paltry return for the territorial advantage and the huge wind that's out here. Ball breaks in the middle of the field. Again, it's Dunmore onto the breaking ball, and again it's a free. Is Costello going to come out and kick this one, or is Martin Cleary going to get on with it quickly? Again, referee says injury to Kilconly player, so he's going to hold things up. Looks like Cian Davin is the man down on the ground. Cian is getting a little bit of running repairs. Opportunity as well for a swig of the bottle for Dylan Brady. And Dunmore just need to calm things down. There's been a little bit of snatchiness about a few of the opportunities they've had.
There has, and because the surface is so wet, there's been a lot of turnovers on both sides. But I think Dunmore just need to settle down. They've only got 2 points with this Gale Force breeze, so they need to up that tally.
A lot of people listening into this match, both at home and abroad. And one man up in Naas, County Kildare, that a lot of our listeners will know and know well, is Galway 3-in-a-row legend Seamus Layden. Seamus, hope you're keeping well and enjoying the commentary. Your Dunmore MacHales lads are leading by 2 points to no score, but it should be a lot more. And Kilconly will be happy right now that they have survived a bit of an early onslaught and have only conceded 2 points. Dunmore playing with a really strong wind in Tuam Stadium that's blowing straight into the town goal, but a great goal opportunity missed. 3 bad wides, and now Martin Cleary coming forward trying to rectify that. Is he fouled? No. Dunmore now almost reluctant to take the shot. There's a little bit of fear coming into it. Let's see who can break the deadlock. Dylan Brady in possession for Dunmore. He's on the Kilconly 45, drops the shoulder. Out it goes towards Danny Ford. Ford goes back to Declan Radigan. Is he going to be the one to break the stranglehold that Kilconly have on Dunmore at the moment? Everybody back for Kilconly. All of their players are inside their own half of the field. Colin Lyons soloing, but again missing the ball, and Dunmore just don't seem like they know what they're doing at the moment. There's a lot of going round in circles. No end product. Radigan to Reddington to Cleary. Now there should be a little bit of a break. Cleary trying to break through the tackle. Is he fouled? Referee says play on. He's happy that there's going to have to be a certain amount of contact. Radigan into the tackle. Does he fouled? Referee says yeah, touched on the ground. Free out to Kilconly. All of these are major psychological wins for Kilconly as they win these mini battles.
Yeah, Dunmore just need to create the overlap when they're going forward, but it's interesting, the ball is so wet that any contact with the person in possession with a tackle on the ball seems to be spilling, so Kilconly are growing in confidence. You can see them here now.
There's a lot of Dunmore people that aren't at this game because they're down in Kerry, in Dingle, at the wedding of Mary Coleman from Dunmore and Tom Costello from Kinvara. Congratulations to you, Mary and Tom, and to all the Colemans and all the family and relations who are down there. I believe in Paddy O'Shea's pub in Vintry enjoying the match at the moment. Well, Paddy O'Shea would have loved this sort of a game, I can tell you that. 2 points to Dunmore MacHales, no score Kilconly. That's not the story of the game though. As we reach towards the end of the first quarter, it's the amount of chances that Dunmore have missed and whether or not that will come back to haunt them. Kilconly in possession now. Chance for Michael Murphy to get something started. Missing their semi-final win over the Aran Islands. Murphy back is a huge addition to the JFC-sponsored Kilconly lads, wearing the change strip of white jerseys and blue shorts. Dunmore anxious not to foul. Again, both defences absolutely in tip-top shape. Dunmore again putting pressure on. High tackle from Declan Radigan just when it looked like Dunmore had got on top. And Kilconly engineered the free. A foul it certainly was.
Yeah, it definitely was, but Paul Manning did very well, and Kilconly, they kept that ball, they had lost it and they kept playing, and Kilconly have a free now. It'll be interesting to see, with Dunmore missing a couple of frees down this side, can Kilconly capitalise and nail all their frees? Because I think, as you can see, it's going to be a low scoring game, so a free taker or someone that can kick 45s will be huge in this game yet.
No question, it's going to have a huge bearing, but this would be a massive score for Kilconly. If they're to get this over the bar, well, coming up on 14 minutes gone, if Dunmore are only 2-1 up, you'd have to say Kilconly for me go favourites.
Yeah, they probably will. The only thing is, though, Dunmore have quick forwards, so they might play better against the breeze, because Kilconly will have to come out and play in the second half, so it might free up a bit of space inside.
A lot of people talking about the value on a draw today as well. 8-all, 9-all. It's got that feel to it, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, and you wouldn't bet against it now at this stage.
We could be playing back this video in a few minutes' time saying, why didn't we? But here's an opportunity for Kilconly to get off the mark. What a big moment this is for Paul Mannion. any score into this wind is worth its weight in gold. Mannion taking his time. He's going to have to aim this one way right. Does. Brilliant contact. Oh, it's an absolutely majestic kick from Paul Mannion. You've got to be here in Tuam Stadium to understand how good a kick that is.
Yeah, brilliant score, but although it would look like it suited left-footed kick, it probably suited right foot the way the breeze was. You could, put it out right and it pulled back in, so he judged it really well, and a brilliant boost for Kilconly there.
2 points to 1. Now Dunmore find themselves under real pressure, and Kilconly have got their tails up. I'm sure if you're a Kilconly player or supporter, you'd look back to their victory over Glenamaddy in the quarter-final and the way they came back against Aran Islands. And you know that Kilconly don't do adversity. Whatever situation they're in, there's a real character about this bunch.
There is, yeah. But I think for Dunmore, against this breeze, they should probably try and push up on Kilconly and turn them over up top.
Well, Kilconly now are counter-attacking. They're doing really well to get that ball inside. Opportunity for Michael Murphy. Goes to ground, gets the free. Again, in the pretty much exact same spot where Mannion kicked the last one, Dunmore have again just left a hand in when they didn't need to, and an opportunity for Mannion to level it up.
Yeah, Michael Murphy showed all his experience there. He's playing for years for Kilconly. I think he's carrying an injury into the game, but he just leaned in there and drew the free. It was a pretty soft one, really, kind of inexperience from Dunmore to give that free away. But this is a difficult free, though. The angle is a bit tighter for Paul Mannion. He'll have to bring it right out and hope it doesn't pull back in too much.
Colin Lyons, the man penalised for the last foul. Mannion, though, I think he's a couple of yards to the right of where he was. This is a lot more difficult because it's a much narrower angle for which to gauge the breeze. So this one would be an even better kick. Mannion drops it up, though. It's now pulled across and to the left and wide. That was the danger. It was just that little bit more of an angle, and it remains 2 points to 1 to Dunmore.
Yeah, and it was a bit close as well, so he didn't have the distance to put it out and it pulled back in, so he'd a narrower angle, so an unlucky free there, but might give a bit of a boost to Dunmore because they need it right this moment in time.
The last 12 minutes of this half plus stoppage time will have a big bearing on how the second half will play out, but Dunmore will be really disappointed that they've only 2 points to show for all their efforts. And again, referees having to blow the whistle on a stray boot going in there as one of the Dunmore men going down on the ball. Earlier on today, of course, big game in Pearse Stadium where Clifton were crowned junior football champions. Great win over Athenry, 3-12 to 1-11. Clifton march on to the Connacht Championship Series. Who will be playing St. Melosh from Sligo, though, in the intermediate Connacht quarter-final? That will be decided by the winner today, if indeed there is a winner today. Dunmore MacHales were the first Galway team to play in the Connacht Intermediate Club Football Championship back in 2004. That was an unsuccessful odyssey. And of course Kilconly played in the championship in 2011. It's the last time they won the intermediate after their victory over Uachtar that day. Looked like a push in the back there. Referee says play on. No fouls as Kieran Crane and Dunmore thinking about winning a free. And that ball is going to go out over the sideline, the line ball to Kilconly. Again, referee is happy to let certain things go. There's a few marginal ones where you wonder would he give a free, but the players at this stage have got to know his style and how he's refereeing it.
Yeah, in general, Kieran Quinn lets the game flow. He doesn't pull for 50-50 frees. So, you can just see Dunmore are lacking in confidence now. They probably need a few leaders to grab a ball and settle them down, get a free kick or something, because they're hanging on a bit here.
Opportunity now for Kilconly. Marsden plays the ball through. Prendergast is in on goal. David Prendergast, chance wide out to the left-hand side. What a moment that was. The game in his hands. If Kilconly get a goal there, Dermot, my God, Dunmore are in big trouble.
Yeah, and Prendergast has been in such scintillating form. You would have backed him to score that goal, but I suppose the size of Conor Gleeson when he came out probably put him off slightly, and he pulled that to the left-hand side. But a big let-off for Dunmore. If they don't get going here, the game could go by them. Is
that the bit of energy, though, Dunmore MacHales needed? That let-off could well inspire them to more effort. There could be a 4-point swing here if Dunmore score in the next attack. Into Costello on the 45, jinking left and right, but going the wrong direction. Back to Cleary. Costello way out from goal now. Back to Martin Cleary. Is he going to have a pop at the post? He should, but he decided not to take the shot. Pops it inside. Is Reddington going to go off the left? He is, and that's out to the right hand side and wide. Again, all of this is a combination of all of the things that have gone before it for Dunmore MacHales. wide after chance being missed is now leading to players like Martin Cleary not having the confidence to pull the trigger.
Yeah, I still think though that there's no need to panic. Usually it's the psychological effect that it has on them. But I think Dunmore are going down the middle. Kilconly are crowding out their D area, and Dunmore are going straight down the middle. They should try and go down the wings, pull them out a bit, and then bring it back into the D area to finish the score off.
Tommy Mannion is likely to go short and does. Swings the kick out very high though, and in the end it's easily gathered, and now that could be punished. Jake Slattery, is he finally going to end that barren scoring spell? He is. 3 points to 1, Dunmore lead, and Slattery gets that ball up and over the bar. All came from the kick out, which just hung in the air that few seconds too long. And in the end, Dunmore gather it, set up the point scoring opportunity, and Slattery didn't fluff his lines this time.
Yeah, I think if Dunmore press up on the Kilconly kick out, they are giving them trouble there. Kilconly are trying to go for Niall Daly. They've that sussed out, but I think they should try and press up against that breeze and put real pressure on Tommy Mannion.
Well, over a quarter of an hour since their last score, so Dunmore will be pretty happy with that one. Great kick out down the middle from Mannion. Wonderful kick. Brilliantly gathered by Martin Newell in the middle of the field, and Newell is happy to use Conor O'Neill up along the left-hand touchline. Again, good defending, kept in play as well. Amazing work from Colin Lyons, and Dunmore turn it over. Now an opportunity to go down the other end of the field as the ball is transferred very quickly to Sean Murray. Murray looking for support, decides to pop the pass to Dylan Brady. He goes back to Martin Cleary, who's getting on an awful lot of ball. 3-1, Dunmore leading. If you're just joining us, Dunmore MacHales playing in black, Kilconly in the white jerseys and blue togs, both chain strips. Long ball dropped in over the top. Might work out for Shane McGrath as he goes in on it. Certainly on the soft variety of that free, as the Kilconly man looked like he completely overran the ball, but referee felt there was contact and a free out to Kilconly. Take it quickly. Getting on with the game. Niall Daly, back to his midfield colleague Daniel Cuncannon, close to the ground, and some of the Kilconlys were oohing and ahhing. The referee could have blown the whistle there, but again, Dunmore MacHales, a heavy hit on Martin Cleary. Not so sure there was anything terribly wrong with it, but he is absolutely winded taking it on the side, and the referee has to stop the game. This may well be a hot ball. It might not even be a free, but you have to always think of the welfare of a player, Jeremy. I'm sure you've often been hit on the blind side. Even if it is illegal shoulder to shoulder, when you're not expecting it, you can really be winded.
Yeah, and I think Martin Cleary had his hands out, so he wasn't really braced for that collision, but I think it was Conor O'Neill that collided with him. But I think Dunmore should try and press up on Kilconly. They're still sitting off 1 or 2. When they do press up, they put a lot of pressure on Kilconly coming out with the ball. So I'd say if I was Dunmore management, I'd be giving that message out from the sideline.
Dunmore, just after realising that wasn't a free and the possession was with Kilconly, so they restart the game with an indirect free, which is why there was 1 or 2 boos from the crowd. Kilconly, though, in possession. Try to drop that one inside to Jonathan Mannion. Mannion in turn to David Prendergast. Had that great goal opportunity for Kilconly, being pushed down along the right-hand touchline, being put under pressure. Again, good defending by Dunmore to force him out the field. Martin Newell back out the field looking for Marsden. Infield he goes to Barry Cuncannon. Nice little hand pass across towards the inside line where Michael Murphy is bottled up. And Dunmore turn it over. Strength in numbers. McGrath all alone, but again the ball not transferred to him. Just taken too long with possession, and just Thomas Gleeson had the opportunity of feeding McGrath. The head never came up.
Yeah, just 2 quick passes, and McGrath was in there. He would probably, with the lesson he has, he probably could win the whole way in for a goal chance at that stage. But opportunity missed for Dunmore. Might
be able to get it back here though if they got a free in. They have, and again it's that range of 40 metres out into the town goal. And Pádraig Costello is going to have a crack at it, but you know he's going to be nervous about it.
Yeah, the pressure is on him here now. He missed an easier one 10 yards further in about 10 minutes ago. This is a massive free for him for the rest of the game. Can he nail it? He should be able to nail it with the breeze, but can he hold his nerve?
That's the question. 3-1 to Dunmore. This to make it 4-1. And the way this game is going, even that 3-point lead might be healthy enough. A good kick from Costello. Much, much better. And at 4 points to 1, Dunmore can see the half-time whistle coming, and if they were to tack on 1 or 2 more, the pendulum might just swing back a little bit more towards MacHales.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that Kilconly probably haven't taken their chances either. You know, they missed a goal chance at a couple of scores, and they've left Dunmore in it. But that score from Poracosg will settle him down now. You know, hopefully the nerves will be gone. He'll be able to kick them frees for the rest of the day. But let's see what they do in the kickouts here.
Mannion driving this one, right-footed down the middle. Again, Cleary's underneath it, but can't get a solid enough touch on it, so the ball breaks down and works out for Kilconly and Martin Newell to hold on to the ball and drive forward. Fouled by Matthew Reddington. In a vice-like grip, didn't let go of the Kilconly man, and so it is Kilconly who get on with the game. And with the free. Take it quickly. Owen Daly, soling up along the right-hand touchline, flicks it infield. Jonathan Mannion. Referee says play on. Nothing there. Advantage being played as Kilconly hold possession. The linesman Jerry Daly, quick as well, just to indicate what went on. The Kilconly management is going absolutely ballistic on the sideline, and it's have to be controlled by a number of the sideline officials here. Nothing to be gained by that, one would imagine. Still Kilconly in possession, and they'll be happy to keep eating up the clock. Daniel Cloncannon. Little pop pass, looking again for Owen Daly. All of this is using up valuable seconds, and Dunmore chasing what would normally be shadows, but no chance of shadows on a day like this. And now all alone inside Martin Newell. Is he going to have a pop at the post? He is. Swings it across the face of the goal. Again, Conor Gleeson may well keep this in play, and does. Nobody coming near him though, so Gleeson has to hand pass it back inside towards his full-back Declan Radigan. Uses Colin Lyons. I think that's one thing about taking a shot into the wind as well. You nearly have to make sure it goes dead, Dermot, because this really creates a platform for Dunmore now. Yeah,
absolutely, and Martin Newell, although he started full forward, is probably not known for his shooting, so probably should have played for the free or recycled the ball there.
Dunmore, on the back of that ball being kept in play by Conor Gleeson, hold on to possession. Martin Cleary, though, loses it again, and the ball is fly-kicked backwards. Did well in the end, Cleary, to hold possession. Ball flicked across, going to be a line ball to Dunmore MacHales. And in case the linesman Jerry Daly had any doubts about which way to point, he was helped by about 7 Dunmore mentors on the line, all pointing towards the town goal, where Dunmore are attacking at the moment and playing with a really strong wind. But a 3-point lead looks very paltry in these conditions. 4 points to 1, Dunmore lead. Jane McGrath, middle of the field, but with a forest of Kilconly bodies in front of him. Dunmore trying to push forward, but really no space. And somebody's going to have to try and work the courage to pull the trigger. Will it be Dylan Brady? Plays it inside. Outside of the left. Poorly kicked out to the left-hand side and wide. Conor Mitchell, the latest to kick it wide. Tommy Mannion puts the hand up. He wants some attention, the Kilconly goalkeeper. But 4 points to 1. The shooting has not been good.
Yeah, but I still wouldn't panic if Dunmore, they're still 3 points up. It's hard to score with that breeze. But I think with Dunmore, when they're attacking, they're going down the middle, and they should probably go down the wings if they can. They'll draw Kilconly, the spearmen out, and it'll leave space for in the D to take a shot. So, you know, they are going down the middle, playing into Kilconly's hands. But I suppose, like, there's still 3 points in it. Kilconly have only scored 1 point, you know, so they'll be still okay.
Tommy Mannion is just getting a little bit of physio work on the leg. 3 minutes to be added on, so there will be another opportunity or two for either of these teams to get a score. Most probably Dunmore with those elements. But at the moment, 4 points to 1 doesn't look like it's covering the kind of advantage that a team playing with the wind would want. All that will play out in the second half, of course, and it will become the classic game of two halves, as Kilconly will have the chance to play with the elements and try and get more than Dunmore's 4 points. Can Dunmore get more than 1 into the wind? That's the question, Jermith.
Yeah, and I suppose I'm just looking at the bench there to see who could come on to make a difference. You know, maybe Damien Redding in the second half for Dunmore.
If he's fit, you'd imagine he has to play.
You know, and on the Kilconly side, then you see the two Kerrigans, John and Teddy Kerrigan. They would have played senior for Kilconly, so maybe a substitute might be the guy to win the game for either side.
Another hotly contested kick out, well won. Again, just a foul, a needless foul in the middle of the field by Thomas Gleeson, whose frustration is starting to grow, and I think Kieran Quinn has eventually ran out of patience with him. I mean, that's needless fouling, but it's going to be a yellow card. And again, a few more seconds on the clock, eaten up. Paul Mannion, who will have a real opportunity in this second half if he gets ball with that breeze behind him to be able to shoot at the posts. He's got Kilconly's only point, and that came from an expertly taken free where he had to gauge the wind. But he'll have plenty more opportunities, one would imagine, in the second half. An intriguing intermediate final, low scoring of course, but hotly contested. And this one will go down to the wire, one would imagine. Shane McGrath trying to get a tackle in there and doing very well, but still not dispossessing as Kilconly hold on to the ball. Barry Concannon again driving forward. Good work. On his shoulder, Niall Daly. Daly's got a man inside if he plays it through. Here's an opportunity. The centre back, what a tackle! And eventually brilliantly blocked by Conor Gleeson at the end. But you'd have to say, Sean Murray with the challenge at the death has saved his team a goal.
Oh my God, what a save that was. Brilliant block. You know, you would have to have backed, I think it was Conor Newell that got the ball through. Niall Daly put a brilliant ball through to him. You know, that if that goal went in, the game changes completely. But brilliant block there. It's kept Dunmore in the game.
Murray will be a hero tonight if Dunmore get over the line, because that was another game-changing moment. But Gleeson with the block at the end, still there was an opportunity on the rebound. Let's see how Prendergast gets on with the 45. He'll be aiming this one miles right if he's to gauge the wind. He does so. He strikes it well. He strikes it expertly. It's a monumental kick from David Prendergast.
Yeah, brilliant score there. You know, it just shows the benefit of having someone that can kick a 45 like that. Usually it's goalkeepers now that are taking 45s, but David Prendergast nailed that free. He just hit it with everything he had. There wasn't much curl or flight with the ball. He kept it relatively low, and a brilliant score.
Drilled it into the breeze to make it 4 points to 2. Wow. Gleeson now goes long with an absolute monster kick out. It flicks all the way through and it's inside, and Slattery's got a man on his left if he looks up. Jake Slattery's in on goal. Slattery on the 14. Slattery shoots. It's brilliantly saved. The rebound is blocked out for a 45. Wonderful defending as well. A great touch from Tommy Mannion. Slattery didn't get the full purchase on the shot, but it was definitely going by the goalkeeper. Mannion with a great block, and in the end the follow-up was brilliantly blocked out at the expense of a 45 by Niall Mullen, the cornerback, who did really well. What defending at both ends, German.
Yeah, brilliant, but what a kick up by Conor Gleeson. It was a bit like Tyrone's goal in the All-Ireland final. It went all the way to the half-hour and a flick on. Jake Slattery had it, and he went for the goal. He backed himself. Maybe could he have taken the point? If they get this 45, they will take it, but another opportunity missed, and there has been goal chances in this game.
Thomas Gleeson with the 45. It's a big kick if Dunmore can get a point out of that attack. Gleeson strikes it, but out to the right-hand side, and that really never had the purchase. One wonders, should they have brought up the goalkeeper, up his brother, Conor, because he's been taking plenty of long-range ones, but Dunmore's wide count just continues to rise.
Yeah, but, you know, they have to take some... the kick out there from Conor Gleeson, that ball went 60-70 yards. Unbelievable kick. Probably more of that, you know, if they hit their midfielders in the half-forward line, it's an attacking platform straight away, so I'm sure he hasn't had many to do in the first half, but he won't get it as far in the second half.
Kick out down the middle of the field. Mannion gets a good touch. Is there a score in Dunmore before half-time? Ball dropped in the middle of the field. Referee is not inclined to give a free, and in the end says it's going to be a hot ball. Dunmore and Kilconly locked together in a brilliant intermediate final. 4 points to 2. Great effort on both sides, and in the end a free to Kilconly. Niall Daly, the man fouled, and now he's got a man running all alone, but it's a poor kick from Daly, and in the end it's easily grabbed by Dylan Brady, who's got support down the right hand channel. It's a brilliant kick pass from Brady to Gleeson. Again though, the first instinct is to solo the ball. He wins the free, and that's surely going to be a yellow card for one of the Kilconly players. Paul Mannion could be the one adjudged by the referee. And indeed, just the temperature has risen a little bit in the last few minutes. That was cynical. And in the end, it's Mannion who gets the yellow for the foul. And now let's see if Gleeson takes this off the hands, or does he invite out Pádraig Costello? But surely Costello is the best bet here from the 45. Gleeson is being urged to go short, but one would imagine with those elements that it would be easily kickable. But he goes short. Kicks it down the line, great ball, won by Slattery. Jake Slattery gives it back out towards Martin Cleary. The clock running down all the time. Referee may well blow for half time here if Dunmore don't get a shot in. Rattigan cross towards the centre to Danny Ford, who drops the ball back to Rattigan, but Dunmore took too long. The clock ran out on them, and it's half time. Dunmore MacHales 4 points, Kilconly 2 points. Great effort from both sides. A lot of wides from Dunmore though, but a couple of great goal chances that Kilconly scuppered as well. So both sides will be going in with regrets at half-time.
Yeah, absolutely. There's been, I'd say, probably four good goal chances, two on each side. It's an even game. I would say Kilconly will be happier because they have that gale force breeze. But I have to say, I think it won't be a huge disadvantage to Dunmore that the long game isn't really suiting them on a wet day. So running the ball might suit them better, and they have got an energetic half back line, half forward line. So interesting to see. Probably the Kilconly are probably favourites for now, but who knows? It's all to play for.
There'll be very little in this, I suspect, at the end, Jim, either way. And if one team eventually can find the back of the net, that might be decisive because there are chances being created. But nonetheless, it is half-time in the intermediate football final. It's Dunmore MacHales 4 points, Kilconly 2. Okay, man. Oh shit, I cut him off. Welcome back to Tuam Stadium for the second half of the Galway Intermediate Club football final. This match very delicately poised, with Dunmore MacHales leading Kilconly by 4 points to 2. And Dunmore back out on the field first, and I'd imagine with the words of their management team ringing in their ears after all of those chances. But yes, despite missing so much in that first half, Dunmore may take some oxygen from the couple of goal misses that Kilconly had, or they would be in big bother.
They would, yeah, and I'm sure that the management team are saying that they don't want to be back in the town of Dunmore second year in a row with a loss, and the pain that they would have suffered over the last 2 years. So that should be a motivation. Whether that'll drive them on or hold them back, we'll have to wait and see. But I'm sure Kilconly are raring to go as well. That, you know, they've did a very good first half, but they now need to finish off the thing now, because they have got the breeze. Paul Mannion is out midfield for the throw, and it's wonder will he go inside now. With the Gale Force breeze, they'll definitely play some sharpshooter inside, either himself or Prendergast, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Waiting on the match referee to re-emerge, Kieran Quinn, and his linesmen coming down the tunnel and getting ready for a high pressure second half. A lot at stake, a place back in the senior ranks for the first time in 15 years at stake for Dunmore MacHales. They haven't been senior since 07. And of course for Kilconly, looking to get back there for the first time in 4 years. A couple of chopping and changing going on at either end as well. And of course Tommy Mannion, who managed to get some running repairs towards the end of that half. He's somewhat gingerly making his way back into the goals. But the big news for Dunmore MacHales is Damien Reddington is in for the second half. Yeah,
I suppose probably the most experienced player in that Dunmore dressing room, Damien Reddington. We all know, saw him in 2007 winning a minor title. He's in, he's experienced, he's a confident player. You know, they'll need all that guile up there in the second half against that Gale. He seems to be playing the full forward line. He's running back and over across the 14, so it's hard to know where he'll actually end up. But that's a big call. They're probably playing their trump card a bit earlier than they thought.
Well, it's a big move for Dunmore. Reddington in, and he goes straight into the full forward line along with Pádraig Costello and Jake Slattery. Will that be a pivotal decision from the Dunmore management as we get ready for the second half? All in readiness then, 30 minutes to decide the intermediate football title, with Dunmore taking a 2-point advantage into the second half an hour. Referee Kieran Quinn just checking with his umpires. Two of them slightly later than the others in getting into position. But Dunmore win the throw in, and straight away it's Shane McGrath driving forward. A man on his shoulder is bursting away through his Reddington. Straight in on goal. Reddington, a great save from Tommy Mannion. It's another chance gone a begging from Dunmore, straight from the throw in. Mannion got a touch though, he'll get the credit. But again, another goal chance passed up.
Yeah, what a brilliant save by Tommy Mannion. That was the tonic that Dunmore would have needed. But what athleticism from Shane McGrath. He just got the ball. He's such a classy player. Came through, laid it off to Matthew Reddington. And, you know, we didn't see the shot from here, the angle, but it looked like a great save from Tommy Mannion.
He definitely got a strong hand on it. And now let's see if Thomas Leeson can do what David Prendergast did in the first half, which is point a 45 into the wind. Leeson, can he get a purchase on this one? Right-footed, skies it up in the air. It's going to drop in around the house. Dangerous ball, but easily gathered by Niall Daly in front of his own crossbar. And that never had the distance. So that was, in the end, a mistake, because Dunmore really could have done with that ball going dead. Well kept in play. Wonderful work by a man who's had a great game for Dunmore, Sean Murray. Made that brilliant block in the first half. Again, Dunmore trying to pick the ball up and drive forward. Touched on the ground. That would be a free to Kilconly. The man penalised, Conor Mitchell. Dunmore not happy with that decision, and in the ball kicked against the Dunmore man. So that confirmation of the substitution being announced. Damien Reddington coming in for Brendan Carr at half-time for Dunmore MacHales, and a free to Kilconly. And straight away we're into high-octane stuff here in Tuam Stadium. Every decision now is going to be challenged to the hilt. Every ball fought for. as Kilconly try and get that first score of the second half. What a chance it was for Dunmore, even with Reddington. Even the goal chances they've had, Jim, Dunmore could have tapped 3 of them over the bar and they'd be in a very healthy position.
Yeah, and they've missed 2:45, and you'd wonder against that breeze, would they be better off to bring Conor Gleeson up to take them scores? Against Gale Force breeze, he has a huge boot on him. I think they should probably give him the reins of all the 45 from now on.
Shot going out to the left-hand side and wide, as Diarmuid was talking there, from Kilconly. So the breeze is obviously a little bit more difficult than we're giving it credit for, as Gleeson goes with the kick out down this left-hand side. Again, Thomas Gleeson, his brother, offering himself up for the kick out. Back it goes out the field towards Matthew Reddington. He's just a little bit slow in getting rid of the ball, but gives it to Colin Lyons, who in turn gets it out to Shane McGrath. McGrath, nice little punch pass. Now there's a bit of space opening up for Thomas Gleeson in turn. Poor ball, however, from Mitchell, but he's got away with it. Conor Mitchell. Back it goes. Dunmore slowly but surely picking their way through. Thomas Gleeson again. Off to Shane McGrath. McGrath around the corner, needs support. Not a lot of options. Plays a lovely ball over the top, but just didn't quite get the accuracy on it for Damien Reddington. And he has to double back, and the chances momentarily being lost as McGrath tries to get it out to the right-hand side, takes a bit of a dive, and in the end has to play a brilliant hand pass out the field to Martin Cleary to keep the ball alive. And Dunmore with Matthew Reddington can come again to Declan Radigan. The initial momentum lost, but Dunmore still have possession. Sean Murray looking for support, has to go backwards, decides to work his way to Conor Mitchell. Nice ball inside, little pull back. Is that a free on Damien Reddington? Referee says no. Dunmore can't believe it. Reddington wins the ball back, gives it off in turn to Sean Murray. Back it goes to Pori Costello, tries to curl one in but misses it out to the right hand side and wide. Dunmore baying for a free there, but nothing forthcoming.
Yeah, unlucky there not to get a free. You've often seen them given, but that's Kieran is referencing it that way. But I think Porracastle probably took the wrong option there, because every wide is draining the confidence out of Dunmore. You know, if you're a Dunmore player, you're probably trying to work it in, even fist the ball over the bar at this stage. You play for the free, because you know them wayward shots are draining the confidence of the whole team.
And I'm sure the Dunmore wide count is probably hitting double figures at this stage. Not to mention the goal chances that were missed. And Tommy Mannion's couple of saves. Ball broken down in the middle of the field by Dunmore MacHales, who have started really well in this second half. No change to the scoreboard. It's still 4-2 to the MacHales. And this game has continued with a very similar pattern to the first half, regardless of the breeze conditions. It's Dunmore who are dominating possession. Not on the scoreboard, though. Ball chipped forward. Lovely pass into position for Damien Reddington. Off the left, skies it up into the air. It's not even going to go wide. It's going to test Tommy Mannion, who goes with the two fists, safe in the knowledge that Jonathan Mannion was there to pick up the breaking ball. And Kilconly, from deep, will now try and launch this ball up the field. It's a bit of a Gary Owen up and under, and in truth, that ball was always going to be close to the sideline, too close. Line ball to Dunmore. And so the opportunity for the MacHales to launch another attack. They maintain a lead by 4 points to 2 in this low-scoring intermediate final. Heavy tackling going in, and the live wire. Dylan Brady does well to hold on to possession, though. Lovely chip ball into the arms of Jake Slattery. Nice ball to Brady. He's in position. Can Brady find the target? He can. It's curling off the post and over. Brilliant kick from Dylan Brady. Just when it looked like the wind had pulled it to the left, it glanced off the post. What an important score.
Yeah, brilliant score by Dylan Brady there. Dunmore have played all the football since the start of the second half. That's their first score. But it was probably one of the most difficult shots to take on there by Dylan Brady. You know, he backed himself and nailed it. That should lift the whole confidence of the team now. That's
a big moment in the game, no question. Brady was the difference in that shot being taken on and the ball being recycled. Took the onus on himself to make sure he took the shot and had the accuracy to make it 5-2. Great catch by Niall Daly, however, in the middle of the field. And the ball in the end is, well, mistakenly being left by Dunmore MacHales. And it's picked up by Kilconly, somewhat fortuitously. Dylan Brady just getting his wires crossed. Nice ball into Prendergast. Takes the mark. Dunmore just caught sleeping there. And Prendergast now has the opportunity to kick an immediate response for Kilconly that would pull it back to 5-3. Outside the D, does his usual pre-shot routine. Before right-footed, he strikes it, and strikes it poorly into the hands of Conor Gleeson. So that balances out the misses Dunmore had from a similar position. A bit of a let-off for Dunmore there.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I'd say that breeze is a lot tougher than we look at from up here, but that's the same position as Pádraig Costello missed it in the first half. So Dunmore will get a lift out of that.
Again, possession taken into the tackle by Thomas Leeson. Another heavy foul from Paul Mannion, and straight away Gary Delaney, the Dunmore coach, is in there, and Mannion's got to be careful here.
Yeah, he's putting in a lot of big hits, but it's getting hot and heavy out there now.
Dunmore driving on. It's Reddington trying to get inside a couple of challenges. Is that a high tackle? Again, referee says play on. Somehow Matthew Reddington holds onto the ball and then goes to ground. Referee says touched on the ground, and a free to Kilconly. And Dunmore disgusted with some of these decisions. And it's really getting hot and heavy out there now.
Yeah, you know, it's probably, if there's a rash challenge, you could see a red card very quickly here, because both teams have their blood up at this stage, but the referee's letting a lot go and the crowd aren't happy with it.
It could come back to haunt Kieran Quinn not giving some of these decisions, because it does build up a lot of tension in the crowd and on the sideline, and right now these teams are really revved up for this intermediate final. 8 minutes into the second half, Dunmore MacHales lead by 5 points to 2, but it's Kilconly on the surge. Ball down the right hand channel, an opportunity now for Johnny Mannion. Jonathan Mannion tries to recycle the ball out the field and does well, gets it back out the field. Chance now for Martin Newell, no, decides not to take on the shot, gives it to Barry Concannon. Back it goes to Daly, his effort half blocked down. Conor Gleeson should be out there to gather, and does. Gleeson does well, pull back, but referee says play on. No, rolls it back, gives the free to Dunmore. Gleeson will take it short and take it quickly and move the game on. Dunmore will feel a certain sense of injustice over some of the decisions in the last few minutes, but that can work to your advantage as well. Referee eventually gives the free. Dunmore were a bit nervous that he'd give it as well in that instance.
Yeah, but you know, I think Kilconly, you'd wonder, should they push Paul Mannion inside? They have there's plenty of room in there. Dunmore aren't dropping anyone back, but they don't seem to have much kind of pace inside, and he's a ball winner. You might look at putting him in there.
Yeah, Dunmore are being fairly adventurous in this second half. They know that they're going to keep playing their game plan whatever happens. Declan Radigan not afraid to get forward, gives it off to Colin Lyons. Likewise, Lyonsy looking for support. Shouts of 2 hops ignored by the referee as Dunmore start from the back again. Lovely ball to Matthew Reddington, drifts it into the corner. Excellent kick pass, chance for Brady having a run of the man. Lovely ball across, opportunity inside, the shot coming in off the post. What a chance for Dunmore. Conor Mitchell, the butt of the post, saves Kilconly. That would have been a match winner, one would have thought.
Yeah, very, very unlucky for Dunmore. Hit the bottom of the push by Conor Mitchell. You know, they were a brilliant play up the field, waited for the pass to come and played it in, but very unlucky in front of goal Dunmore today.
How neither side has managed to score a goal is anyone's guess. Looked like a throw ball there, but referee says play on as Dunmore win it back. Their tails are up even with that miss. Dunmore feel that this game is there for the taking for them. Nice little hand pass from Gleeson up along the line to Reddington. Into Mitchell, he's got a man all alone inside but didn't look up, decides to come backwards, decides to play it safe. And Sean Murray is the man who plays it back towards Martin Cleary. Dunmore just continue to surge forward, Jeremy. They're going after this game.
Yeah, they're doing very well. They're still 3 points up. Kilconly haven't put anything on the board, but I think Damien Gleeson has settled them down up there.
Ford is fouled, and advantage was into McGrath, and Dennis Fallon runs in. And Dunmore know that had the referee waited just a half a second, Shane McGrath was in on goals.
Yeah, but I suppose the way Dunmore are taking their chances for goals, they might be better off to take this free and kick it over the bar now. If they get a score, they'll put them 4 up, so this is a big free.
Pádraig Costello will feel that this is an important kick. Just inside the edge of the D, Costello off the right gives it a lot of height, but has got great accuracy and puts it over the bar. And Dunmore have got the first 2 points of the second half into the wind inside 11 minutes of that half. So that's a tremendous effort from the MacHales.
Yeah, I think Damien Reddington inside for Dunmore is making an awful lot of runs in there. He's creating havoc, so the movement is a lot better, and Dunmore have just taken over this. I think Kilconly are making a couple of substitutions and badly needed.
James Moran is in. They've decided to make a couple of changes as the ball is broken down the right hand side. Again, very well kept in play, but grabbed by McGrath. Does really well down this left hand side to use Colin Lyons. Dunmore's gander is up now. Nice little pass with Gleeson in towards Cleary. Back it goes to Thomas Gleeson. Again, a heavy tackle. And the tackles are flying in here, left, right and centre. The referee is being very calm, but nonetheless, the changes have been rang by Kilconly. They're the first ones. Conor Marsden has gone off, so too Michael Murphy. He'll be disappointed. James Moran into the game, as we mentioned. as Dunmore continue on with the ball and with the play. Give it off towards Conor Mitchell. How close was he to getting the first goal of this county final? The post saving Kilconly. Dunmore leading though by 6 points to 2. Martin Cleary. Back it goes to the waiting arms of Matthew Reddington, to Martin Cleary. Huge amount of possession for Dunmore MacHales. They've absolutely dominated this game in that context, but 7 gilt-edged chances have been spurned, including a couple of great saves, ball off the post. Chances that Dunmore MacHales right now are not feeling the pinch on, because they lead by 6 points to 2, and they are playing keep ball out around the middle of the field. Shane McGrath back out towards Declan Rattigan, who makes an absolute hash of it, and Dunmore could be caught on the counter as Niall Daly is fouled. A real unforced error there, and just Dunmore overplaying the ball.
Yeah, Dunmore are lucky there, but I suppose they're still 4 points up. Another couple of scores could see them through here if they don't concede a goal.
Well, they could concede a point here as Conor O'Neill goes forward, if not more, to Prendergast off the right. Is he thinking about going for more? No, goes back out the field. Moran, the man who's come in as a sub, back to Prendergast, and Moore not getting enough bodies back there right now. The ball is fly kick clear. Is the shot coming in from distance? Is that going to take? It's not. It's going to drop short into the goalkeeper's hands, and that's a mistake from Martin Newell. Certainly no excuses for being short with that win behind, but Dunmore MacHales will be lifted by Kilconly's failure to take their chances as well.
Yeah, Martin Newell has probably played all his football in the backs over the years, and he's had 2 shots and none of them have went over the bar. So I think they should try and get Paul Mannion in these shooting positions. He's out around the middle, but he hasn't got on much ball there yet.
Again, Dunmore baying for a black card for the third man tackle. Referee was having none of it. Dunmore stay calm, stay composed, and from their perspective, stay in possession. Danny Ford back to Declan Rattigan, and off in turn to Thomas Gleeson. He's had a very busy last 20 minutes, getting on a lot of ball. Rattigan driving forward, took a few steps, but referee says play on. Rattigan still driving on and no real support, so has to use Gleeson on the shoulder. Thomas Gleeson through the middle, great work from Thomas. Off the left, he's just going to drive it out to the left hand side and wide. A good chance for Dunmore, their 8th wide. But nonetheless, it was a well-worked move. There was only the 2 of them.
Yeah, it's funny with Dunmore. It's opening up down the centre of the pitch for them, and they're cutting right through, but they're probably missing someone to come across the loop and just tap the ball over the bar for the runner who's made all that hard runs. But a couple of more scores will see this out for Dunmore, I would say.
And they've won a breaking ball in the middle of the field. Niall Daly's influence has been curbed significantly by Martin Cleary. Lovely ball in from Reddington, very close to the ground, but well picked up by Costello, who's going the wrong way, but does well to play that ball infield towards Dylan Brady, who's got one of the points, but he goes to ground easily dispossessed, and that's cheap and easy for Kilconly to win the ball back and counter-attack. And here they come with JP Byrne driving on, the fullback on the shoulder of Jonathan Mannion. Back it goes to Paul Mannion. Can he get the right boot on this one? Jinks inside. He'll have to go off the left, and does, but again drops it short, and it's too easy for Conor Gleeson, who's grabbing so many of these balls that are finding the way short, and straight away can start a counter-attack. Now, can Dunmore MacHales make anything of this latest Kilconly miss? Shane McGrath lazily swings around the challenge of Owen Daly to win the ball and give it to Thomas Gleeson. Fouls as the referee, and he's just again having a word and says to Barry Concannon, hold on a minute, that's a 3rd foul. He's going to produce a yellow card, and does. So Kilconly have got 2 yellows now. They're number 5 and they're number 15. Just slows down the clock as we reach the 16-minute mark in the second half. Kilconly failing to score in the 3rd quarter, Dermot, with the wind.
Yeah, you'd wonder. Paul Mannion is kind of playing in the half-forward line. He's been well marshalled by Danny Ford, but he's getting his chances way out of the D area. You'd wonder, should they try and put him at the edge of the D and play a few balls through him, because he has got the talent to get the scores.
Battling hard over there for Dylan Brady to try and win the ball, and does really well as it's recycled from Martin Cleary towards Matthew Reddington outside of the right, trying to play it inside to Porry Costello. There's a quality ball from Reddington to Costello. A lovely turn, really asking a lot of JP Byrne. Costello bottled up and out over the sideline. Linesman says line ball to Kilconly. Costello just couldn't get the hand pass away. Strong pressure from Kilconly. Both teams really have put in such an effort in this game. Fitness will play a part, I'm sure, in the last quarter, which we're in right now. Dunmore lead by 4. Kilconly chasing this county final. Felt they had the hard work done in being within 2 points at half time, but scores have proved elusive since the restart here in Tuam Stadium. Kilconly now trying to get the ball forward to Paul Mannion from Conor O'Neill, and does well. O'Neill to Mannion, being tracked over there by Danny Ford. Mannion has a free coming, stops, decides he's going to take it. And that will put a little bit of added pressure because this is over on the right-hand side. It's not an easy free. And we're almost getting to the point where it's almost a must-make for Kilconly.
Yeah, and you have to, give great credit to Danny Ford. He's keeping Paul Mannion out away from goal. He's letting him have the ball out in the wings. He's not letting him cut inside. This is a really difficult free from Paul, but they need some inspiration from somewhere. They haven't scored in the second half yet, I don't think, and they need some inspiration.
The second half that's ticking past 18 minutes, and this is a very important kick for Mannion off the right boot. Kilconly know that their sharpshooting hero has rescued them many a day in the championship. Here he goes, out to the right-hand side and ballooned badly wide. The same affliction that hit Dunmore in the first half seems to be hitting Kilconly. They're not able to judge that wind.
Yeah, Kilconly have to come out now and go after this game. They can't sit back anymore. They have to do something or the game is over. A couple of points will see Dunmore through here.
Kick out from Conor Gleeson, goes short. Again, good work from Dunmore MacHales and from Luke Murray to get that one away. Both Luke and Sean Murray have had excellent county finals so far. Gleeson goes short to Colin Lyons. He's been very composed, Conor Gleeson, between the posts, and he's had quite a bit to do in the second half, largely down to Kilconly shots falling short. But Dunmore now creeping ever closer to this elusive intermediate title that they've been a decade and a half waiting to try and win. Matthew Reddington, centre of the field. Oh, beautiful dummy from Reddington. This is glorious work. Absolutely motoring through the middle. He's got Ford on his left. Ford could pass it back to Reddington. Little nudge, back it goes. Should be a score. Damien Reddington up and into the goalkeeper's hands. What a chance gone a begging. The hard work done, and yet a crucial ball dropped short. But what a bit of work from Matthew Reddington.
Yeah, Matthew Reddington, he's so athletic when he gets cutting through there, and he would have backed his brother Damien to slot that ball over the bar, but unfortunately for them, but Kilconly have a chance now here.
Well, they have, but they've had the ball turned over by Jake Slattery. What a tackle from young Slattery. What a work rate. The forwards and the skill level in the tackling has been tremendous from Dunmore MacHale. So much work on the training ground. Coming to the fore on the biggest day of all, the county final. And Kilconly just look like they are running out of ideas up front. Battling away for possession there is Corey Costa, but can't quite get there. He's rescued by Dylan Brady. He'll thank his young forward colleague for winning that ball back for him. Dunmore, though, putting a lot of pressure on themselves with this keep ball tactic out near the far touchline and no real support there. So this is real danger. Corey Costa is going all the way back towards Luke Murray, who'll use his goalkeeper, and this is shades of last year where Dunmore were inviting trouble. It's all very calm at the moment as they hold the ball, but Luke Murray knows he needs to bring this ball up the field, flicks it back infield for the man you really want on the ball, Reddington. Slips and ball almost got through to Thomas Leeson, but he goes to ground and looks like he may need a bit of attention. He's in a bit of bother as well, Thomas Leeson. Substitution may be required for Dunmore MacHales. Looked like a hamstring injury. As Kilconly keep going. Middle of the field, possession with Martin Newell. What a soldier he's been over the years for Kilconly. Back to Caelan McCafferty, who came on in the second half. Back to Niall Mullen. Kilconly have an extra man now as Leeson lies down at the other end of the field. Niall Daly being put under pressure. Great blocking from Dunmore, great hassling. And again forcing Kilconly back outside their own 45. A line of Dunmore defenders across their own 45 trying to stop this latest Kilconly attack. Newell might have to take the shot. He does, off the right. Martin Newell goes for it and gets it. It's a super kick. He had to get it. And finally Newell, on 21 minutes, gets the first score of the second half for Kilconly. Is that their road to redemption?
Yeah, an inspirational score from Martin. He's had 2 shots and 2 of them have dropped short, I think. To take that on is great bravery and courage, and a brilliant score. Kilconly need to push up now. They need to really put pressure on this kick out and try and turn them over early.
6 points to 3. Dunmore MacHale's lead. Conor Gleeson directing traffic. Thomas Gleeson trying to shrug off that injury. Conor's kick out goes really putting a lot of pressure on Dylan Brady, but does very well to give it off to Declan Radigan, who spins the challenge, drives out from the back and gives it off to Luke Murray. Good work from Dunmore. If Murray looks up, he's a man running over the shoulder, but goes back to Radigan. Declan driving forward, plays it back. It's good composed football from Dunmore MacHales in really difficult conditions. You have to admire their persistence with going with the short game plan, and now it's off to McGrath. Jersey pulled off his back, play on to the referee. McGrath could have been given an advantage. The referee says none forthcoming. Not so sure it's much advantage to Moore getting a free out there, Dermot, but they'll still take it. It breaks the play, uses up a few more seconds. 22 minutes gone in the second half. A very difficult free for Costello. Again, no sign of Conor Gleeson being brought up. They're happy that Costello might have the legs to kick this one, or he may just go short and keep the ball alive.
Yeah, Dunmore are working the ball through the hands and it's suiting them. Shane McGrath, what balance this guy has. He's only a young player, but a big future ahead of him.
Terrible free from Costello. Dunmore might rue that one, because it's a free out to Kilconly, but really a nothing kick in the end. Just kicked it up in the air, and Kilconly have turned it over. Another momentum shift in this topsy-turvy county final. Kilconly and Dunmore MacHales both wearing chain strips. Dunmore in the all black with the green trim. Kilconly with the white jerseys and the blue shorts. Will be hoping that they can put in a big finish. The last 7 minutes plus stoppage time will decide it all. Dunmore have a 3-point buffer. Is it enough? 6-3 they lead as Kilconly drive on. McCafferty off a turn to Cian Davin. Davin infield though doesn't find the target, and Martin Cleary can pick it up. The unforced error count now starting to grow. Jake Slattery, lovely ball to Gleeson. What a pass. If he looks up, he's got Reddington all alone, but he didn't. And it's just the head is down all the time in those instances. Gleeson pops it off. Nice ball from Costello into Damien Reddington. Damien might just play keep ball here and pop it back towards the trusty Sean Murray, who's had a tremendous match. Back from Damien Reddington all the way to McGrath. McGrath could switch the point of the attack and get it over the far side of the field towards Conor Mitchell to Matthew Reddington. Is there a shot coming in here from distance? Brady goes for it, but out to the left-hand side and wide. Dunmore won't be too unhappy with that, given the clock is very much against Kilconly. 6 minutes plus stoppages. Kilconly are going to have to shoot everything on sight from now on.
Yeah.
And here comes their hero. Teddy Kerrigan is in the game for the last 6 minutes. Can he rescue it?
Yeah, they need a focal point up there. I was just looking at Kilconly's attack that time. They had only one player inside the opposition 45 and they're 3 points down. They really need to commit a few players to hold up there as a focal point to bring the play up. They can't work it through the hands all the time. Martin Hughes come off, he's done a great game, but it's up to Teddy Curringham now to see can he win some ball. I presume he'll go inside, but they need a focal point in there.
Danny Ford has picked up a yellow card for Dunmore, so he'll be careful for the last few minutes. Kick out, long, straight down the middle from the Kilconly goalkeeper, Tommy Mannion. He finds a target. Dunmore was sucked in. An opportunity for Mannion. He's going to have a run at Ford. He's around him. Mannion is in on goal. This is a big chance for Kilconly. Back to Mannion. He's in, and Gleeson is out to rescue the day and win the ball back for Dunmore. Radigan chips it and completes the clearance with a nice ball into the middle of the field. Well run by Cleary. He's got a man. This could be a pivotal moment in the game. That work by Conor Gleeson could win them the county final. Off to Jake Slattery. Slattery's on the 45. He's motoring forward. He's been pushed in the back from Barry Kilcannon. Is that another yellow? The referee's going to have a look at it. He's going to have to call him out, and this could be curtains for Barry Kilcannon if the referee gives him a double yellow. Is it a cynical foul? The referee is just checking the number of the Kilconly man with his linesman. Noel Dempsey concurs. It's the number 5, and Barry could be in trouble. The referee, though, may just instead let this off at being a free. Well, he's having a different conversation. I think he should know it's Barry Kilcannon, but I don't think he's going to show him the second yellow. I guarantee you one thing, if he wasn't on a yellow, he would be getting one right now. But the referees decide to leave it 15v15.
Yeah, what a chance that was for Kilconly. Paul Mannion got the ball in the right areas, went around his man, played it to Teddy. Could Teddy have taken the shot and had a rattle at himself? He tried to play it to Paul Mannion. The ball didn't go to hand, and it was an opportunity missed. But now Dunmore have a chance to put this ball over the bar. You would think if they get a score of this, it'll probably see them through.
Costello has got to do better with the quick free this time. The last one was a bit of a nothing kick. In the end, he goes backwards to Martin Cleary, who gives it straight back, and now the game is alive for Costello. Porrick outside the 45. Lovely ball inside. That would have been a mark had it travelled another yard, but it doesn't matter because Damien Reddington is around his man. Damien is in on goal. Can he punch the point that could win the match? Reddington up and over the bar. He was the match winner for Galway in 07. He could well be the match winner for Dunmore in 22.
Yeah, he's been absolutely brilliant since he's come on. He's been a focal point up there. He's organised the players. He got that ball. He just let the back come by him and took him on. Showed a clean pair of heels and fits it over the bar. Played the percentages. Brilliant score by him.
Jake Slattery almost wins the kick-out but doesn't. Barry Concannon wins the breaking ball, and now Kilconly are on red alert because they know that the time is against them. Long ball driven inside by Conor O'Neill. In it goes to Danger Man Mannion. Dunmore have doubled up on him. Back to Mannion, needs to get a score, gives it back out the field. The shot coming in, it's out to the left-hand side, and the air is just starting to deflate from the Kilconly tyres. You just get the feeling they needed that one. The shot from Niall Daly is to the left and wide, and Dunmore are edging so close.
Yeah, they still look a bit more dangerous. They have Paul Mannion inside now. They look like they've a focal point in there. He will get a couple of chances.
Kick out has gone at begging though. Back it goes straight to Kilconly. An opportunity now on the right hand side for Jonathan Mannion. Back to Daly. Can he rescue the situation with a point? He missed the last one. Daly drops it in and drops it short, and it's in the net. Gleeson has dropped it, and the ball is flicked into the back of the net. And another nightmare goal for Dunmore MacHales. And the worst case scenario could well be about to happen to Dunmore again. Are they about to butcher a winning position in a county final with victory practically in their grasp? And nothing shot from Niall Daly, dropped short. Gleeson tried to grab it, dropped it down, and the ball palmed into the back of the net.
Yeah, it's hard to believe there's only a point in this game. Dunmore have owned the ball for both halves, and they're only a point down. Kilconly haven't even cut them open with a few opportunities, but I think it's Damien Prendergast is down now. He's slowing it down. I think he's okay, but it's Kilconly now. You hear the crowd. The crowd have gone mad here, so this kick out is going to be huge.
It all came from a kick out. David Prendergast, the man who got the goal. Gleeson has got to find the target here. He goes for Jake Slattery. Slattery loses it though. The ball is breaking inside. Kilconly are nearly there and nearly have it. If they get another chance, they will be level. Hard to believe. 7 points to 1-3. Dunmore have just brought all this on themselves. The kick out from Conor Gleeson that went pear-shaped, and then to compound the error, unfortunately for Dunmore, they are hanging on at the death in this county final. They still have the lead though with a minute to go.
They still have the lead. They're trying a set piece of a kick out to the wing, but it's leaving them wide open at the back if they don't win it. And it has been a very poor opportunity there to let in for them. And they're down to it now. It's a turnover ball here. Kilconly have it back again.
Conor Mitchell has lost it in the tackle, and Kilconly can come knowing that they've got loads of time to get this equaliser. Shane McGrath lunged in to try and win it but missed it, and now Kilconly have the opportunity to level the match, and if they get a score here they'll have plenty of time to win it. The ball is driving through. Opportunity for Daniel Concannon off the right, a chance to level it. It's high, it's dropping, it's out to the right and wide. What a chance gone a begging. Dunmore somehow still in front.
Yeah, Daniel Concannon, the whole thing opened up for him there. He probably should have waited. Paul Mannion was looping around. He probably should have waited and given that ball for the equaliser. But a big press from Kilconly here on the kick out. Huge kick out.
Well, Dunmore are going to make a change, and they bring in Joe Burke. And if ever Dunmore need the Garafron's man to pluck one from the sky, it's going to be now. But it's actually it's a different change altogether. Dunmore MacHales making a switch there. Looks like
I think it's Michael Brady.
Micheál Brady that's in. Brady that's coming in. Man coming off is Dylan Brady. So Dunmore, and again Radigan has dropped the ball from the kick out. Another mistake. Fouls his man. Free in for Kilconly. What is it about Dunmore MacHales?
They're going short with the kickouts in a wet day. They should probably just kick the ball as far as they can. Conor Gleeson has a kick out that can go 60 yards. They're really playing the ball into Kilconly's hands here, going short with it. There's a huge kick from Paul Mannion. It probably suits him the side of the play it is, but there's a gale force breeze with him, but he just needs to put it out there and hopefully the wind will pull it back in for him.
Remember, it's a county final, so if they're level, it's a replay. It's only in the replay do we get extra time and penalties. But you'd have to say this has been almost a replica of last year, as Dunmore have somehow found a way to not win this game. If Mannion kicks this, the sides will be level. 2 minutes to be added on. We've played one of them. This is one of maybe two last gasp opportunities for Kilconly to level the match. The roof will come off Tuam Stadium if Mannion gets this one. Right footed, kicks it high, gets the curl on it. It's coming round, it's up, it's high, it's off the post. It drops inside. Who's going to win it? It's Brady. Brady wins the ball. Can he get the free out? He can't. He drops the ball. It's over there on the side and Dunmore somehow trying to come away with the ball. The ball has been bounced over there and kept in play by Reddington. The team captain flicks it out. Lovely ball, kept in play. Is that going to be a free out? Referee says play on. Dunmore still have it. Reddington, the width of the post, it's a free to Dunmore. Is that the chance for Kilconly? Gone, Jimmy. Back off the upright as the whole of Dunmore and Kilconly held their breath. Is that a little bit of luck for Dunmore?
Yeah, it was a cruel outcome there for Paul Mannion. We were looking right behind him. We thought he just had enough for it to come in, and it just hit the post dead on and came out. Very, very unlucky not to bring this game to extra time, but Dunmore are going to hold on. They'll probably get one more chance. There's 32 minutes gone. There's probably a few minutes of injury time, so they may get another chance.
Time is up, but there will be at least another play. The referee is indicating to Dunmore to get on with the game. And this possession now is absolutely critical. Can Dunmore somehow get the ball to a player on their own team? It's Jack Slattery who has it up along the line. Slattery just needs to hold on to the ball. He's going for the corner flag. Slattery just needs to hold on to it. He still has it. Great work from Slattery. Off the right, he drops it into the goalkeeper. Well, real experience was lost there when all he needed to do was turn around and kick it into the stand. He's given Kilconly an opportunity to drive on and level this match. Another big moment that Dunmore will look back on with regret. It's with Teddy Carrigan. Carrigan back inside. Dunmore can't afford to foul. Lindsay trying to get a tackle in on Prendergast. Prendergast can level it. Prendergast off the right, kicks it high. He kicks it out to the right hand side, and that may well be that. Kilconly were given the chance by Dunmore. They fluffed their lines, and despite only scoring 1 point in the second half, the goal that Kilconly got in the last dying moments of normal time has given them a lifeline, but they haven't managed to get the equaliser. Is this it? Is Dunmore's 15-year wait for senior football about to come to an end? The kick out from Conor Gleeson. The referee looks at his watch. He's still blowing on, and the ball is with Dunmore. It looked like he was going to blow the full time. Reddington has the ball. We're still playing in Chum Stadium. Reddington just needs to get this ball to his brother. Damien has it. He needs to just take this ball. He's pushed in the back, a free in, and Dunmore are going to be crowned the champions. But mother of God, have they made hard work of it.
Brilliant by Damien Reddington there. He just went down on the ball. He didn't even pick it up and play for the free, play for the percentages. It doesn't matter if this ball goes over or not. He's going to kill the clock and play this clock down. But cruel on Kilconly. They've had two opportunities to bring this to a replay. But in truth, Dunmore would look back if they lost this game and say, how did they lose it? Because they own possession, and this free should see them lift the county title.
It's with Pádraig Costello. If this ball goes dead, it's over. The Dunmores now finally believe. But by golly, have they been put through the ringer. Costello puts it up and over the bar. The referee blows the full-time whistle. Dunmore MacHales are the champions. For the third time, they've won the Galway Intermediate Crown. And for 2023, Dunmore are back up in senior football where they feel they belong. Heartbreak for Kilconly. The width of an upright has cost them a replay. And yet Dunmore, on the face of it, you feel deserve this victory.
Dunmore looked like the better team, the more quality team there. They just left Kilconly in the game, and Kilconly, with great heart and determination that they had, almost pulled off a replay. But if Dunmore lost this game, they would be kicking themselves for years to come, because they'll probably never get an opportunity like that. But this game is going to bring them young Dunmore guys on a lot. They have some brilliant players there. They're a type of team that could stay up and push on in senior, because they're so young and athletic and have players, a balanced team all over. But you have to feel sorry for Kilconly. They gave it everything. Paul Mannion, that opportunity he had, hit the post. And then you had Damien Prendergast as well. You would picture a guy, he'd be the guy you'd want on the ball in the last kick of the game with the form he's been on over the last few years. But, he just pulled that score. But delighted for Dunmore. When you look at all the players that they've have there, Matthew Reddington, captain, he's been playing for 5 or 6 years there, knocking on the door, showed great athleticism there. You have to say Shane McGrath as well. I know his dad is from Milton, was in my own national school, playing with Dunmore, was absolutely brilliant. He's very skillful player. Pádraig Costello then as well, and nailed all the frees when it came down to it. And you have to say Damien Reddington made such a difference when he came on. He just settled down the whole team, won a few frees, won that free near the end, won a few balls, and was probably the difference in the end.
Dunmore scored as many points into the wind as with. That was ultimately the winning of this game. Take the late goal that Kilconly got, a bit of a mistake. they really did well into that breeze with carrying the ball. The style suited, as you said.
They did. They changed the style of play. In the first half, they were going long into Pádraig Costello, but they worked it through the hands in the second half. And there's some very athletic players with Matthew Reddington and Shane Welch and Dylan Brady and the guys like that can move. You know, they've real pace, and they worked it through the hands and went right down to the D area for Kilconly. But you know, we're unfortunate not to get at least one goal in the game. It's hard to think that Dunmore didn't get one goal. But, you know, when you look back at it, Kilconly scored 1-3, probably not good enough to win any final. You know, and that goal, it was a virtuous goal that they got. But, you know, they showed great heart and determination, and they left it all out in the field. But probably the deserved team won in the end.
Well, the presentation of Man of the Match and the trophy will be made in the next couple of moments. I know Dermot will be picking the Man of the Match with Billy Coss, and they'll be making a final decision on that in a couple of moments' time. But I think you've probably already spoken about the contenders for Man of the Match. But in the end, I think Dermot and his selection of Matthew Reddington, the Dunmore captain, was thereabouts as being just about everyone's choice. Matthew Reddington, the Man of the Match. Congratulations. So not alone is he going to be getting the Cotter Cup as the intermediate championship winners, he's also been going to getting the Man of the Match award. But there were plenty of heroes for Dunmore. Before that, though, a word on Kilconly. What a club, what spirit. Kept going to the end in a match that in truth they were always chasing. And by golly, did they put up a chase.
Yeah, they put up a huge chase, and you know, they showed it against Glenamaddy with 13 men, bringing it to extra time and getting to this stage. You know, they did absolutely brilliantly. You know, they never gave up. They fought right to the bitter end. But, you know, just fell short. They died with their boots on. You know, Paul Mannion was very unlucky. I feel sorry for him there, because that free was a pressurised free kick, and he did everything right. He was 6 inches away from being the hero and bringing this game to extra time. But, you know, in truth, if Dunmore had lost this, it would be a very tough one to take, because they played all the football. And when you look through the teams there, bear the drop that Conor Gleeson did, I thought he played well. Declan Rattigan at full back came forward. I think Dunmore came out in the second half, and they came out to win the game. They didn't sit back. They took the game to Kilconly, and it started from the full back line. Colin Lyons came up the field. Danny Ford was marking Paul Mannion, did a brilliant job. I was watching him. He followed him every inch of the pitch and did a very good job on him. You know, Martin Cleary was very good, and he was on Niall Daly. He was on Niall Daly, an inter-county player, and did very well on him.
You'd have to think he was pretty close to Man of the Match as well.
He was, yeah. And I have to say, around the middle as well, Shane McGrath, he's such a classy player. He's so balanced on left and right. He was just gliding over the ground there. You know, Dylan Brady kicked a great score, Pádraig Costello. So all across the pitch, I thought Dunmore were very, very good, and the majority of the players were on the Dunmore side today.
We're going to enjoy these scenes on the pitch in a few moments' time. I'm going to be going down front of camera, and we're going to be joined by some of the Dunmore heroes from this victory. So stay tuned to our live stream as we keep bringing you the pictures from the Galway Intermediate Football Final. An incredible decider, such tension, such a way to win it for Dunmore MacHales, having seemingly thrown away a winning position. Lady luck shined on Dunmore, and I suppose sometimes they say you have to lose one to win one. Maybe today was the perfect example of that, Jeremy.
Yeah, and I think this Dunmore, they're a young team, and they've probably been at semi-finals and quarter-finals and finals over the last 6 or 7 years with good athletic teams, but they just needed to get over the line. And you know, when you look at the Connacht Championship and the All-Ireland Series, like, this team could have a really good cut at it, and you know, bring them as a springboard going into senior football. But you know, the one guy I didn't mention there was going through it was Jamie Reddington. He only played 30 minutes or 32 minutes, come on the start of the second half. They probably played their trump card really early. The management knew they were in a bit of bother, but you know, did he deliver? He really did. Was the leader up front there. He won ball. You know, you could see by his movement he was creating space for other people, and they just looked like a more composed team when he was on the pitch.
He'll certainly enjoy tonight. Dunmore MacHales will enjoy tonight. Fell over the line, maybe, if you want to use that phrase, but it doesn't matter. They're over the line.
Yeah, and as well, if you think about all the goal chances they missed, if they got one of them, they probably would have won the game easy enough. So, you know, I'm delighted for them now that they've finally got over the line. Delighted
as well because of the potential for a Dunmore Milltown clash next season. You know, you've kind of missed those, haven't you, for the last few years?
Yeah, absolutely. I remember the last time they came up, I think you were playing, Ollie, was it, when Dunmore and Milltown played the year after they came up, I think, was it?
It's a while ago, yeah. But again, just for Dunmore MacHales. Now they feel they're going to be rubbing shoulders with the Tuam Stars and the Milltowns and the Currafins, you know, and they've got such a long and proud tradition that I'm sure people are sick about hearing about. But look at Dunmore MacHales, Jeremy, at underage, and look what they're doing at A level, at minor under 19 in the last couple of years. Yeah. This could be a really special few years ahead for Dunmore.
Yeah, and some intermediate teams come up, and you know when they win it that they're going to struggle to stay up there. But this Dunmore team with the underage players, the pedigree players that they have coming up, you know, these guys could push on and be a strong club going forward in the next 5 or 6 years.
Jeremy, thanks so much for your work. I know you enjoyed very much covering this intermediate county final. The Dunmore MacHales players are making their way into position. Kilconly, they look crestfallen, but they can be so proud of their efforts and what they've done this year in the intermediate championship. It's time to go for the presentation, and I'm sure a really happy Dunmore MacHales captain.
I'd like to congratulate both teams for a very tough and competitive intermediate club final here this afternoon. I'd like you to show your appreciation to both Kilconly and Dunmore MacHales. To Kilconly, it wasn't your day today, but as you have done all year long, you battled on right to the end, and the decision was right there, right up to the last minute of the game. So well done, Kilconly, and I'm sure you'll be back here again next year competing for this in this final again. Well done, Kilconly. But today is Dunmore MacHales Day, and they've been waiting 15 years. They tell me here to come to collect this trophy here, so we don't want to detain them much longer. But before I do so, I'd like to congratulate our match official, Kieran Quinn, and his officials on a great game today under very bad weather conditions, very tough conditions for both teams and for the officials. I'd like to thank our sideline officials, our football board officers, and our main sponsor, Peter Curran Electrical. Before I go any further, I want to ask Tom Curran to present the Man of the Match award to Matthew Reddington. I want to thank the Tuam Stadium Committee and the groundsmen for the excellent condition of the grounds today, and our announcer Frank as well up in the back here. A lot of work goes on behind the scenes with the football board officials here, and I'd like to thank the volunteers, the gate men, and everybody else, the stewards here in Tuam Stadium who help us here week in, week out. Without these volunteers, our games wouldn't be possible, so I'd just like to thank those. Put your hands together for all of those people. And I'd like to thank you, the supporters, for turning out and supporting our games in such great numbers. It has been the most entertaining intermediate championship we've had for years. Without further ado, I present the cup to the captain of the Dunmore team, Matthew Reddington. Every single one of these boys and management put everything into the last 365 days or whatever it is. Every Tuesday, Friday, Sunday, every single one of these boys are training. Today's the day we fucking made it all worthwhile. The manager team, I don't know what to say, boys. You've been absolutely unbelievable. Since you all came in with us, we started our journey 4 or 5 years ago. But every year we improved and improved. And it's down to them boys. Dennis Fallon, Pete Walken, Brian Keenan, and the Curfin man, Gary Delaney. This is the one man now to Statsman, James Henry, Mike Quinn, everyone else that helped them. And the most important man, Fergal. He made sure every single one of us, he had about 15 of us on the bed before the game today, and he made sure we were all okay. Just Kilconly, we know how it feels, and that's all I can say. But look at us now. It's in you to do it next year. Stick together, stick with the management, and give it another crack next year. Round of applause to Kilconly. Finally, I'd just like to thank Tube Stadium, the referees, the stewards, and everyone. And finally, last one, our sponsors, Night Bill, Johnny Knight. Unbelievable sponsorship the last couple of years as well. And I'd better give a shout out, I'll be in trouble. Thanks to our girlfriends, mothers, wives, everyone for sticking up with us the last line. Dunmore! Yeah!
Here we are in the midst of great celebrations with Dunmore MacHales, and why wouldn't they, on the back of that amazing county final victory. We're live on Galway GA stream, and Matthew Rennington, the Dunmore captain and man of the match, is with me here as well. Matthew, an incredible victory, real heartfelt speech there as well. It obviously means so much to you and to this Dunmore MacHales panel to finally get there.
Oh, 100%. I've been playing intermediate now for 10 years, 11 years, and it's so hard to get out of. We tried every year, we thought every year was our year, but finally got over the line. We don't do things easy, but it's all worthwhile now.
You talk about those nervous last few minutes, just when it looked like he had the hard work done and had moved 4 points clear. I'm sure that goal at the end, you were thinking, don't tell me that it's happening again.
I know, we learned a lot from last year. There's a lot of people saying that we're battlers and everything, and that was all in the back of our heads. The last few minutes, we weren't going to let that slip. Everyone in that fucking team knew what we were going to do, and we were going to win that game. So we knew we were going to win that game before the ball was even thrown in. So I know the boys, I know the management. We did everything we could do. That's it. We're happy out.
There's a lot of Dunmore people, Matthew, watching in at home that couldn't be here in Tube Stadium, abroad, people that have had to immigrate for whatever reason. I'm sure you have a message for them looking in today at this amazing day for the club.
I'd say book your flights and come home, because there's going to be a party in Dunmore for a week or two. And that's for sure.
Well done, Matthew. Congratulations to you. We might send up your team manager, Dennis Fallon, or one of the lads from the management team as well. Extraordinary scenes here in Tube Stadium, as you can see behind me as well. What this means to the people of Dunmore, I'd imagine it would be something similar had Kilconly gotten over the line, but how close we were to that match finishing in a draw at the end, had that shot from Paul Mannion come inside the post rather than outside as well. We will try and get a member of the Dunmore management up to us as well, if we can, in the few seconds there as well. A tremendous victory for the club as well. In fact, I may go down, if that's okay with Dermot, my cameraman, who's going to follow me down the pitch as we go pitch side to try and get some of the... Gary Delaney joins me first, who, as he did in his playing career, has plenty of pace to get up here as well. Gary, congratulations. We're live on Galway GA TV as well. Lot of support coming in from Dunmore all around the world. Your second year with the team, last year's heartbreak, how much of a motivation was it for this group?
Oh, it was huge. Like from when we met in February, we spoke about it, and you know, journalists and people around the county were putting pressure on us, but we put pressure on ourselves to get back here today. And we put pressure on ourselves in the game as well. It should have been out of sight, and Kilconly had their chances. It was a roller coaster of a game, but I'm just delighted we got over. The boys have put so much work in. It's just unbelievable. Like,
it is just about getting over the line, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Like last year's final, I know yourself, you said a couple of occasions that we butchered it. I just thought our inexperience on the day really set us back, and it just showed there today how to see out the game, you know. And I think last year Stutch was really, really well today. Do you know what I mean? So everything happens for a reason, and you know, we're gone senior, I suppose. You know,
it's a tremendous achievement. The word we kept using in the commentary today was composure. These young lads, the Murrays, the Mitchells, young McGrath, but they were happy to get on the ball in what was a really tough day. I don't think people realised how bad the conditions were.
Yeah, no, and we spoke about that last year. We in meetings, there were people. I felt people in the county final last year went missing, and they didn't want to get on the ball, and they were afraid to make mistakes. So I just said to them, we have to be afraid to make a mistake. Don't be afraid to get on the ball. Express yourselves. And all year, they're just the hunger to get on the ball and to make the right decisions and to do the right things has been amazing. You know.
It was always going to be an arm wrestle with Kilconly. For 58 minutes, you were so composed and in control of that game. And then I'm sure you were thinking when the goal went in, one of those freakish things.
Yeah, no, and last year came into mind. I think on the 56th minute last year we conceded that goal to Luttermore, and it was the 58th minute this year, and I was like, oh no, not again, you know. Because in fairness, if they kicked the point to level it, I think they would have had all the momentum going into extra time, maybe, you know. So, look, like. Everyone to a man was excellent, you know. I'm just the boys that came in just did their jobs, and it was really, really good. I'm just so delighted for them, you know. The work that goes on behind the scenes, the underage structures in place. You know, I think it's the right time for Dunmore to make a pop at senior, you know.
That's a very valid point that we were talking about, the success that Dunmore have at A level, even Dunmore Community School beating Jarlath's. Unheard of stuff going on at the moment at underage with Dunmore.
Yeah, it's really good. Like they have under 15A, 17A, 19A. So what's coming is phenomenal, you know. And if we can get to a stage where we can get one or two players every year, you know, like this year, like Luke Murray wasn't involved last year. He came up from the under 19 grade, you know. Connor Nocton. 2 or 3 boys like that every year, and they'll add so much to it, you know. And it's a tribute to the boys today, you know, all their hard work, and I'm just delighted for them, to be honest.
I know you're going to say it was a management team, but on a personal level, Gary, how much satisfaction do you get out of this? Because coaching in another club, you know, it's not easy. You've got to integrate yourself with the community and with the club and the officers and the players. How satisfied are you right now?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy, to be honest. Like as a player. You know, when you're playing, you want to win, and as a coach, I want to win as well. You know, so I don't want to be one of these guys that's going to a club and not achieving success. You know, and I know it's not all about success, but you know, even getting them to the final last year was a step. You know what I mean? And I feel when you're coaching teams, if you can get them to the next step, you've done your job to the best of your ability. Do you know what I mean? So, look, I think we're in a good place. I think we're in a good spot to play senior next year, and. Yeah, look, I haven't even thought, I don't know who we're playing the next round, you know, so it's mad. So I'm off to Canary Islands tomorrow morning, so
you'll enjoy that trip.
Yeah, I'll enjoy that. My wife and 3 kids flew out today, so they're actually flying out. So they don't know what the score was or anything, but I'm flying out there to meet them tomorrow. So
I can tell you it's St. Malosh from Sligo. They're the team that won the intermediate championship. Okay. That's in a couple of weeks' time. You won't worry about that tonight. No. But would you like to see this group have a run at the Connacht Club Championship?
Well, from where I come from, and we always said is, you know, why not? You know, you're not representing Dunmore anymore. You're now representing Galway, you know. And these little carrots and nuggets, they don't come around that often, you know what I mean? Like, if they're being dangled in front of your face, you know, I think you should have a go at them, you know. Like, enjoy the next few days, but I'll be telling the boys, like, let's have a go, you know, because opportunities like this don't come around, you know. I know I had loads of them, but, like, for clubs around the county, they're very minimum, you know. The last time Dunmore were in a Connacht Championship was when? You know,
2004, so 18 years on.
18 years ago. So, like, as I said, it doesn't come around often, so I'd definitely be having a crack at it.
I think this portion of the interview is going to be played back to the Dunmore MacHales players just to take that sort of inspiration. Gary Delaney, congratulations. It's a magnificent achievement.
Thanks for everything.
There he is, Gary Delaney, the Currafin man who won it all as a player and now as a coach. He's led Dunmore MacHales back to the promised land. A promised land that, as you can see behind me, on the famous sward of Tuam Stadium, where so many great Dunmore MacHales players enjoyed so much success back over the years. Now it's the current crop who are delighted to be back in senior football. The intermediate champions are Dunmore MacHales. Thanks so much for watching.